actually a pretty serious video, but grow a garden. It's becoming more pay to win. Now, when I say that, I understand games need to make money. So it makes sense that you can pay to skip things like eggs, crafting, you can pay to get seeds that aren't in stock, you can pay all that, right? But one thing I've noticed that started happening is that things are starting to become paid that give you an advantage in the game. And this is where I draw the line. I used a VPN because I want to check this out because I've been hearing people talk about it. I didn't even know it existed, right? And this, the premium Safari egg. Now, I was like, oh, like, when you open it, you get one of those rainbow pets. That makes sense for 149 Robux. But no, for 149 Robux, you get a 1% chance of those. You have to buy 100 to get 125, actually, it says here, to get a guaranteed rainbow egg. 125? I don't even know how much money that is. I just know that's insane, bro. And then, see, even when you get here, you have to buy 650 to be guaranteed this rainbow elephant. 650, bro. And I saw someone on Reddit, and it cost them 700 American dollars, I think it was, to get that. 700 American dollars. And as an Australian, that's probably about 1K for us. And I honestly cannot believe it. That is actually insane. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, you don't need to do that. Well, the truth is, right, there's this economy in Grow a Garden where pets that have more weight are worth more because their abilities are better. And that is what always has happened. And all pets have always had the same cap. But one thing I've noticed is they've started doing this thing where pets now, rainbow, have less caps. I could be wrong, but I think at the start, it just meant that they hatched with a rainbow mutation. And then you could place another rainbow mutation on top, which meant that you could get double the ability, right? Which is whatever. That's still kind of bad, but it's fine, I guess. But now it's getting to the point where they're putting caps on pets based on if they're rainbow or not. The rainbow allows you to get up to, I think it was 5.5 kilograms on the base. Whereas a normal elephant, it's capped at 3.5. And this is a big deal, right? Because I'm pretty sure that's on age 0. So it gets more to 0.8 or higher. But the point is that for a rainbow elephant, you can get these pets that are so highly in demand. People are paying hundreds of dollars for like these mimics that are that size, that are getting to these 5-6 kilo things. And I don't know, it's hard. People haven't figured out whether the Bronto is included or whatever. But my point is, you're basically paying to win because that makes every single pet better. And then every single pet gets to like these levels that you can't unless you pay. Especially if you're able to make a mimic, because the mimic mimics everything and then it makes every pet way better. And it's just insane, the fact that you can't reach this unless you pay. And not just pay 149 Robux. Pay $700 worth of Robux, bro. 650 premium eggs. Actually, I'm going to look it up. So to get guaranteed it, right? That's 149 Robux per egg. So if we look this up, we go 149 times 650. Okay, so that's 96,850 Robux, all right? To get guaranteed it. Robux to USD to get guaranteed the elephant. Guaranteed, which means usually you'd have to get mostly there 1,775 USD. And you can convert that to your local currency if you want. But what in the heck is going on, bro? And the thing is, you don't understand, so many kids love this game and they would love to have that pet, but they have to pay 700 to 1,075 USD. I legit got a VPN because I was like, I'm going to buy this, right? Because this actually benefits the game in a whole different way. But no, it costs $1,000, bro. I don't know how long these animals have been like this, right? What about if we go Grow a Garden calculator, right? All right, here we go. So as you can see, Rainbow Kitsune, who cares, whatever. It's just a cooldown. None of these people really, really care about, to be honest. It's not that deep. But then you get to the Dilophosaurus, which, is there a difference? Let's check. Okay, and then we make it rainbow to equalize it. And then we go Rainbow Dilo age 1. Okay, so let's just do the max. Let's see what the max says. But see what I mean? They max them out differently. It's hard, guys, it's so hard to show, but you know what I mean. They hit different maxes, and I could be wrong about this, but as you know, all the other rainbow ones, Spinosaurus, like who cares, the cooldown's just a little bit less. Same with Kitsune, same with this. No one cares about Ankylosaurus, let's be real. Same with Inagudorn 1 and Paralosaurus and blah, blah, blah. Who cares about Griffin? And Phoenix, maybe people care about that, but not anymore ever since the Headless Horseman. So, and then Rainbow Chinchilla, same thing. But basically what I'm saying is none of these really mattered. They were always, I guess they could have always been doing it, but the only one it mattered for was Dialer, I guess, and that got such high value, and now they're doing it for the Rainbow Elephant. But the thing is, the difference with this that makes it even worse is, like, the Dialer was just for XP. There's many other ways to get XP, but there's no other ways to get an elephant to that size other than hatching the normal way, which is insane, bro. There's no other pets that do it. No other pets that do it slower, blah, 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 none of that. You legit have to pay $1,000 for this. As I said, I'm just stating things. I love games being monetized because it allows the games to make money, allows them to keep giving out. But as I said, I think it should stick to things like skipping timers, getting things when they're not stocked, stealing from gardens. And then if you want to have these eggs, it should just be that, like, there's a higher chance for the 1%. Like, for example, if it's 0% in the regular egg, when you buy the premium egg, it's like 10% or something like that. There's a higher percentage. Or that they start with a mutation, but it doesn't give you any extra compared to the regular one. You just get a head start by getting that mutation that would usually take time to get. Stuff like that. Or you give away things that don't actually give advantages. And if you want to give away rare stuff, you do cosmetics and things like that. But I know it's not a competitive game, but the truth is there's a big trading community. A lot of people spend a lot of time on this game, and making it so that people that spend $1,000 now get these massive pets that everyone wants, that give them a massive advantage in every event forever, is just insane. And I really want the Rainbow Elephant, but I'm never going to get it because I'm not going to spend $1,000. So now, forever, I'm going to have to spend probably hours and hours and hours more in the game to get the same things done because my pets are bad. So I don't know. To me, this is crossing the line. So yeah, I love this game, Grow Garden. It's my favorite game, like pretty much one of my favorite games ever on Roblox. And I really hope that it doesn't continue even more down this path. And I know they are, because this always happens with these games. When they lose their player base, then they need money. So then they start going all cash grabby. And I really, really, really hope that this doesn't happen again and shouldn't have happened in the first place, according to me. I don't mean any hate. Why are you paying an iPhone for an imaginary elephant? I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. So I'll continue to support Grow Garden, and I wish them the best because I love their game, and hopefully this trend doesn't continue because I really want them to succeed. I'll see you guys next time.